There is something that really good competitors do in any sport, in any discipline, that sets them apart. It's something that they now do unconsciously, but at one point they had to train this. This was a takeaway that I had in a recent clinic, and I'm going to tell you about what this is and how you can train it for your own riding. Even if you don't have any goals or aspirations to go out and be competitive, it's going to make you more effective as a rider, and it's going to make your rides more enjoyable. I'm Callie. Thank you for being here and for watching our weekly show. Recently, I was at a clinic taught by Barbara Schulte. Now, Barbara is a cutting horse trainer. In fact, she has many championships in the sport of cutting, and she also is a personal performance expert. And there was one main takeaway that I had during this clinic, and it was when Barbara talked about recovery times and how top athletes and top competitors, again, across disciplines, they understand and they utilize this idea of recovery throughout their performance. What this means is that they take advantage of little moments where they can allow their nervous system to reset, where they allow their heart rate to come down, their muscles to relax, and there's little moments of recovery, even if it's just a few seconds, that then helps them keep performing both physically but also mentally at that peak state. What happens to the athletes that are just running at over 100% all the time and never take advantage of those little tiny moments for recovery is that they're going to tire out, they're going to burn out a lot more quickly, or they're going to start reaching levels of emotion where they start to get too over-focused, where they maybe get a little bit too anxious or they start to get nerves. But these athletes that understand recovery are the ones that do the best. Maybe if you could give us just like maybe 2 or 3 kind of an overview or some core concepts that when you teach core confidence and you teach personal performance that you tend to highlight for people.
When you perform on demand in a situation where you have to be on, that there are tools that when you learn them, it's the way you think and it's what you do with your body. It's very disciplined ways of thinking and very disciplined ways of acting. And as you develop those skills through tools and you use the tools with specific practices, then no matter how you really feel, you can access that. And when you access this state of emotion, it's calm, confident, focused, clear, ready, let's go. It's like really grounded, just like so, whew, like with your horse. Then you set it up for both you and your horse to do your best when you do whatever it is that you do.
To begin practicing this in your own riding, start to be more conscious of the difference between when you're really giving it 100% and you're going through an exercise that you're using your full focus and you're really expecting everything out of your horse. And it can even be a simple exercise. It could be just at walk, practicing your shoulder in on a circle, but where you're really intense on that exercise, to then look for a little moment. Even in a pattern, it might be a moment through a change of bend where you just use that to soften a little bit, and then you go into the next part that has a bit more intensity to it. Be more conscious of those moments that allow for recovery, and think about having a practice, taking a deep breath there, feeling where that tension is, and then moving back into that focused practice. So I would love to hear from you. In your next ride, when is a time that you could be more conscious of these rest periods? I gave the earlier example of thinking of it in times when maybe your instructor's focus comes off of you for a few moments. If you're riding in a lesson, it could be when you're practicing with your own horse. What is a time, after something that you're practicing that you could think about this recovery? With practice, finding these moments, taking advantage of these moments, and going into that little recovery state will happen much more automatically. So I look forward to hearing from you. Put your comments down below.